All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, Harakakadash. Double honors to apostles, a great millstone, and salutations to your elect, which we ought to be. So, brother Khawadja, you see? And, shoot, man, hey, the times that we coming in and stuff, hey, you're going to have to lean upon your faith. You know what I'm saying? You know, shit finna be crazy as hell up out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, and Salaki and stuff, if I be, well, the vulgar means truth. You know what I'm saying? You know, but when it come down to it and stuff, if I be a little blunt and stuff, you know what I'm saying? You know, maybe this show ain't for you. But when it come down to it and stuff, even though it ain't a show. But anyways, when it come down to it and stuff, yeah, you're going to have to lean upon faith. Matter of fact. And that goes the same with me. You know what I'm saying? You know, with me being in a higher position and stuff than when it comes down to regular individuals, you know what I'm saying? You know, adults and stuff who just listen to the word and they believe and whatnot and stuff, right? Well, guess what and stuff? I'm going to have heavier demons and stuff coming after my ass. And then at the same time, you all are still going to have heavier demons coming after you as well. You know what I'm saying? Because the closer that we are, the more Satan's going to be sitting up here trying to seek to devour and destroy. You see? And not just the physical demon not just the physical counterpart and stuff. Esau eating a full-blooded spirit of Caucasian stuff, no matter how he look. You know what I'm saying? But then also, when it comes down to the spiritual demon, you know what I'm saying? You know, all right? The brother Howard Shai Zion, you know what I'm saying? You know, he did a lesson, you know what I'm saying, talking about put on the whole armor. Going to Ephesians the 6th chapter, you know what I'm saying? Because this is what's going to happen and stuff. Guess what? Your instant gratification is going to be taken away. You know what I'm saying? You know, being able to take matters into your own hands going to be taken away. You're going to have to lean upon the Lord. You see? You're going to have to lean upon the Lord. And actually, in order for you to sit up here and take matters into your own hands, guess what? You got to be a carnal individual. You know what I'm saying? Not fucking spiritual. You will have to be fucking carnal. You know what I'm saying? Right? Because you lean upon your own power. And guess what? It's a curse. As it says in Jeremiah, the 17th chapter, man. Jeremiah 17 and 5. Matter of fact, and I'm going to grab that right quick. Lock it. It's Jeremiah 17, verse 5. And it says, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. It says, cursed be the man that trusts in man. That also means in yourself, you know. Yeah, you can believe in yourself. We understand that stuff, right? But you got individual stuff who lean upon themselves. You know, I got to do this. I got to do that. They don't lean upon Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. You see? They don't lean upon Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. They lean upon themselves. Oh, I was going to these fighting classes. You know what I'm saying? And because of these fighting classes and stuff, I'm going to prevail. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got, matter of fact, keep reading. It says, and maketh flesh his arm, the guns. You see, you know, right? And it says, in whose heart is departed from the Lord. You see, right? So guess what? Them niggas ain't finna have no faith. You know what I'm saying? Because seeing is believing. Now I give you this. When it come down to seeing is believing, and whatnot and stuff, is legit. You know what I'm saying? Spiritually, right? But then the physical, you know, comes afterwards. You know what I'm saying? You know, hey, our faith is gonna be tried, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, some of us are gonna have to resist onto blood, nigga. You know what that means? That means that guess what? They gonna kill us. They gonna kill us because we know this truth. They gonna kill us because we saying truthful to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, right? They gonna kill us and stuff because we believe. Just like how when it come down to voters, you know what I'm saying? When it come down to people who vote and they see that you ain't trying to vote and stuff, they ready to fight you. Well, guess what? It's gonna be the same way. Hey, we vote for Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. You see? And the thing is that with us keeping that faith and whatnot and stuff, guess what? You're gonna have motherfuckers coming through and stuff trying to try you. You see? So this is Hebrews 11 and 1. It says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. We don't know if we're going to make it. That's why we call ourselves the hopeful elect. We don't know if we're going to make it on the first go round. We don't even know if we're going to be martyrs. We know that it's a possibility and stuff that we could die because when it comes down to Yahushua, he was about his father's business and stuff and he was put to death, wasn't he? When it came down to his own people, other Israelites and stuff, Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelites who outward appearance instead of the heathen, guess what? They wanted him dead. Right? Right? Did miracles. Matter of fact, the first miracle and stuff, first spiritual power and stuff is having this word and whatnot and stuff and be able to understand. You see? And that shows the connection and stuff between us and the Lord and stuff. Why? Because he gave us his Holy Spirit and stuff onto us so we can understand these mysteries. You see? And the thing is that guess what? You got a lot of people out there and stuff who sit up here and be like, man, you don't deserve the word. You should have never got the word and whatnot. For you to sit up here and say that and stuff, right? You just gotta understand and stuff. Guess what? The Lord and stuff is marking our enemies. He letting our enemy. He's showing who our enemies actually are, man. You know what I'm saying? That's each individual. Why is this part of your family? You know what I'm saying? Or it's just some regular Joe Schmo and stuff who live next to you or a couple of doors down to your ass. You see? Right? Right? So it's Hebrews 11:1. It says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. We don't know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Right? Now we can read about it and stuff and see all these different possibilities and whatnot and stuff, but at the same time and stuff, guess what? It's not there. You see? Hey, I got individuals and stuff like, man, your ass, you should be locked up. You should be woo to woo. Hey, the Christians talk about that. You know what I'm saying, right? You should be locked up, but guess what? Being out here and stuff is going to be just as dangerous. You see? All it takes is the Lord to visit some zoo or whatnot and stuff and let these lethal animals and stuff come out. You see? Hey, you see it on World Star Hip Hop, which I call Judgment TV, right? When it comes down to it and stuff, hey, you had a lion and stuff that was in an apartment complex, and it was beating across the door. Let somebody sit up here, hey, they don't even look through the people, or maybe at that time and stuff, the lion's at the bottom and whatnot and stuff, so you can't see. And you wondering what the fuck is banging against your door and whatnot and stuff, and you open it up, and the lion coming through and whatnot and stuff. Hey, guess what? When it comes down to being out here, you're gonna have to deal with cannibalism. You're gonna have to deal with wicked ass niggas and bitches. Gonna have to deal with wicked ass kids. And they're gonna be doing anything and stuff that they can to survive and whatnot and stuff. And guess what? A lot of you all don't have the spirit. So when it comes down to actually discernment and whatnot and stuff, guess what? You don't fucking got it. Right? So with you not having it and whatnot and stuff, how you gonna survive? As it says in Isaiah 33:6, it says, wisdom and knowledge will be the stability of that time and strength for salvation. You see? Strength for salvation. Right? What is salvation? It means deliverance. Right? Guess what? There's going to be a whole bunch of problems out here and stuff, and you're going to need to be delivered. But guess what? If you don't get this knowledge and whatnot, if you don't get this knowledge and stuff, guess what? You're going to be through. All that shit talking and stuff that you niggas was doing and whatnot and stuff, guess what? What it benefit now? It don't do nothing for you now, dude. All these bitches and whatnot and stuff, they over here tripping and whatnot about men going and knowing their value and whatnot and stuff and know what their worth is and whatnot and stuff. All that tripping. What you gonna do when you got a bunch of niggas and stuff coming through on you, right? You got a bunch of niggas come through on you and whatnot and stuff, and you think you finna get raped. But the whole time and stuff, they trying to chow down stuff on your thickness because they don't got shit to eat and stuff in the crib. What about that? Where your faith gonna be in that? We don't need a man and whatnot. When shit get tough out here and stuff, let's see what happens and stuff when you can't call 911. Right? Let's see how tough you bitches really are. You see? Matter of fact, it says that the men shall be as women in these days to come. Niggas out here and stuff, hey, I know how to fight. What happens and stuff when you hungry for 3 days? Hungry for 3 days and stuff. Can you put that up? Right? And then at the same time, it's gonna be individual stuff that's gonna be breaking out of these prisons, and they're gonna be looking for male butt. They don't even want the woman. They want the nigga. Then all these gay clubs and stuff that's around here and whatnot and stuff, guess what? They're gonna be rapping, man. Looking for niggas. Hey, your faith gonna be tried. It's one way, it's one thing to sit up here and say this and say that and stuff, but to sit up here and actually go through it, that's gonna be a different story. This Hebrews 11:1, it says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Can't sit up here and say that you part of the elect already. You got to see it for yourself. The Lord gonna put you through stuff to see if you could be His friend. You see, the Lord said that He dwells with no one but those who dwell with wisdom. You see, and you're gonna have to use this. You're gonna have to utilize it. Deception ain't gonna work. The only time deception is actually gonna work and stuff is upon those and stuff who don't have the Spirit and those who don't have faith. It said verse 2, it said for by it the elders obtained a good report. It says, it says, through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of the Most High. It says, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. It says, by faith Abel offered unto the Most High, Yahweh, a more excellent sacrifice than Cain. It says, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous. It says, the Most High testifying of his gifts. It says, and by it he being dead yet speaketh. You see, it says, by faith Enoch was translated. You see, and that's what we ultimately want. You know, you had this one article where individuals and stuff saw this female, she in the background, this female, and in the background stuff you had you had a you had a cherry in the background, which people call UFOs, UAPs, and flying saucers and whatnot and stuff, and they worried about being abducted. Hey, if you seen that movie Jimmy Neutron and stuff, right? The Jimmy Neutron movie, the first one, right? What happened? All the adults and stuff got abducted by aliens and whatnot. Hey, if that shit don't happen to you, hey, your ass is done. That means that the Lord don't fucking want your ass. You see? They took all the parents and not the kids. They took all the parents and not the kids and whatnot. You want to get abducted by aliens. That's the strangest of our salvation, man. You see? Right? You want to get beamed up. You want to get beamed down. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? They got tractor beams, and then they also got laser beams. Laser beams is for motherfuckers and stuff the Lord don't want. You know what I'm saying? You know? And you see that in that movie, World of Wars? World Wars and stuff. It was 3Ws and stuff. You know the movie with Tom Cruise in it? Guess what happened and stuff? Motherfuckers who got shot down by a laser beam and stuff turned into dust. You see? And guess what? That's going to happen and stuff to you motherfuckers that the Lord don't fucking want. And you talk your shit and stuff, you think you all that in a bag of chips. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? We gonna see. We gonna see who the Lord really dealing with. We going through the fire right now. But guess what? A lot of you all gonna go through the fire at the end. Right? And guess what? You ain't gonna be able to take it. You see? And Satan gonna have a hold on you. You're gonna have a hand on your spine and ruling you like a puppet. You see? So this Hebrews 11:4, it said by 5, verse 5. It says, by faith Enoch was translated that he should not see death. Right? It says, and was not found because the Most High have translated him. Going to that word translated. Transport, exchange, right? Brought him from the earth into the heavens. Brought him into a chariot, you see? And that's what we have faith on. That the Lord, no matter how the odds look, no matter how much people talk they shit about us, try to sit up here and try to discourage us and whatnot and stuff, hey, we still gonna maintain faith in Yahweh Shem Yahshua, hoping that he gonna save us. Because at the same time, the Lord likes an individual and stuff who has faith in him. You see? Matter of fact, the Lord will put you in a situation and stuff where all you can do is have faith in him. Faith is a test. You see? So it's verse 5, it says, by faith, it says Enoch was translated that he should not see death. Not all of us are going to die. But at the same time, like the brother Yawana had said and stuff years ago, he was like, shit, we don't need spiritual powers. You know what I'm saying? For the shit that Esau, Edom, and some wicked ass jakes and stuff want to put us through. They want to see us suffer. They want to see us miserable. I got individuals and stuff, I got scoffers who want to, whose delight is to see me give up. And if it's individuals like that and stuff, I guess what? It's brothers out there and stuff who deal with the same shit. You see? And it says because the Most High had translated him, it said for before his translation, he had this testimony that he pleased Yahweh Shem Yahshua. You see? And we hope to be pleasing the Lord, man. We hope to please the Lord and whatnot and stuff so he can get us up out this jam. Well, if we still alive and stuff and we seeing fucking missiles raining down and whatnot, we don't want to be like Sarah Connor and Terminator 2, Judgment Day. We don't want to be like her. We gonna be the ones and stuff who escape that shit. You see, right? Matter of fact, even before the great judgment or the destruction come, you know what I'm saying? We want to be the ones and stuff where the Lord got the animals and stuff in league with us. While we in league with the earth, you see, right? But guess what? You're gonna have faith. Think about it and stuff. When it came down to Peter, right? He was in the midst of a boat. They peeping out and stuff. They like, oh, that's Yahweh Shai right there. That's Yahweh Shai, who the world calls Jesus Christ. His real name is Yahweh Shai. The letter J one created to 1534. That's why you got the 1611 King James Version Bible and stuff. There's no J's in it. The names don't change. Right? So when it comes down to it and stuff, it's like this, right? You had Apostle Peter and stuff. He was like, hey, Yahweh Shai, can I come out there on the water? Right? To be able to step on it and stuff. And he was doing it for a while. But when that heavy wind and whatnot and stuff came and stuff started pouncing on him, you know what I'm saying? And guess what? He got scared. Hey, the scripture says stuff, be not afraid of sudden fear. But that's what Apostle Peter went through. You see? Right? Well, guess what? The different wind, the different things and stuff that's gonna come to pass, the different things that's gonna happen. Right? But the different things and stuff that's finna happen and whatnot and stuff. Hey man, you're gonna have to sit up here and have faith. Man, I don't know what's finna happen and whatnot and stuff, man. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get through it and whatnot. Matter of fact, the brother Abu Gabar, right? He made a post. He shared the post and whatnot and stuff where it's like, as soon as you think about quitting, you know what I'm saying? At that same time, right? You got to keep in mind, wisdom got to meet you in every thought, right? Pretty much when that time comes, when it comes down to quitting or giving up and whatnot and stuff, hey, that's when that's when the blessing is there. You see, right? Think about it. When it comes down to Apostle Thomas, he's known as Doubting Thomas, an individual and stuff who doubt a lot, right? And here it is and whatnot and stuff, and that the man was still faithful unto death. There's gonna be individuals and stuff who got less faith than others. And then even if they in a situation of death and stuff, they're gonna keep going. They're gonna keep fucking going. They're gonna keep going. But then at the same time, stuff it's like, man, if you're alive, if you understand the scriptures, if you understand the scriptures and whatnot and stuff, you're gonna look at it like, man, what the fuck is here? What is here? You gotta sell out, live comfortably, you gotta be wicked. Motherfuckers to get off your fucking back and whatnot, you gotta be wicked like them. If Apostle Thomas can do it, we can too. And like he says in Romans 15:4, things are written the fourth time was written for our learning. The Bible's a record book. It kept record and stuff of individuals and stuff who kept the faith. And guess what? They gonna make it. They fired the 144. They fired the 1/3. They fired the innumerable multitudes of stuff that believe. While everybody else was trying to sit up here and trying to bring them down and whatnot and stuff, they kept believing. Guess what? They gonna get the crowd. This Hebrews 11 and 6. It said, but without faith, it is impossible to please them. Who is that? Yahweh Shem Yahshai. Don't you want a miracle? Don't you want the Lord and stuff to come in your aid? Don't you want the Lord and stuff to be in your corner? When shit is crazy and whatnot and stuff, you got all these wild animals or domestic animals and whatnot turn against going into their actual nature, right? When that comes down and whatnot and stuff, you don't want to be eaten. You don't want to have to suffer and stuff being torn to bits and stuff by wild beasts. Like the scripture says and stuff, torn to bits, eaten by teeth of wild beasts. You want to hear you want to feel the sharp canines of a lockjaw and stuff of a pit bull that's hungry and they want to eat you. Oh, you want to be at peace with it? Oh yeah, you want to be at peace with it. You want to be like old boy and stuff when he was playing on the flute and whatnot and stuff, and he had all the rats. You know what I'm saying, on his side. Rats would eat anything. Matter of fact, one of the torture things and whatnot is that they put rats in a bucket. They put the bucket and stuff over your stomach and whatnot, and they heat the bucket up. And because of the heat and whatnot stuff, what they do when it comes down to the rats, claim. When it comes down to the rats, what do? They sit up here and they chew through materials and stuff, try to escape. So they gonna chew through your belly. Hey, imagine being at peace with that. Look at Daniel. Daniel and stuff got placed in the lion's den. And then another story and stuff, it talks about how they were sitting up here, they made it with their lions and stuff, ain't eat for 2 days. So they be hungry as hell and stuff when they throw it in there. Hey, Daniel had faith. Daniel had faith in Yahweh Shem Yahshai, right? He had faith in Yahweh Shem Yahshai, and guess what happened? He ain't get eaten. Matter of fact, the Lord had sent Habakkuk to a land that he didn't know. He didn't know what Babylon was. Took him up by a chariot and stuff, right? So he's flying in the air. And the thing is that he brought him food while he was locked away around hungry ass lions. But because he had faith, lions ain't eat him. How many of y'all can sit up here and say that if a lion was in front of you and you knew and stuff, that guess what, they was hungry? How many of y'all can sit up here and act like you're going to sit up here and walk past and stuff? You're going to haul ass as soon as you see it. It's Hebrews 11:6, it says, but without faith it is impossible to please him. It says, for he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, ain't that his name? Yah, meaning he, Hawa, exists. Think about it stuff. You was born, and shit was already here. You got a process when it come down to breathing, even if you go to sleep, even when you're not conscious. Yet you still alive. In order to multiply and stuff, you gotta get knees deep in some pussy, and you gotta nut in them. Man ain't create that, but somebody did. Hey, it might seem small and whatnot and stuff, but hey, them small things build a big picture. You see? And that big picture and stuff, guess what? There is a God. And guess what? He got instructions. And what's his instructions? Instructions is following the Bible. Biblios. To follow the Bible. Ain't no other religion and stuff coming to pass. Hey, the Quran, they got a Quran with a Q and a K, and it ain't coming to pass. But the Bible is. Think about it, stuff. When it comes down to all these different philosophies, all these different belief systems and whatnot and stuff, right? You got everybody and stuff attacking the Bible, but nothing else. Because the Bible real. It's coming to pass. Hebrews 11:6, it said, but without faith it is impossible to please him. It says, for he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is. It says, it says, in that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Right? Like, man, that shit, I don't know if I'm part of the elect and stuff, but shit, I have faith that if I do what the Lord said to do and stuff, he gonna save me. Hey, he showed me certain signs and stuff, people gonna come against me. People gonna sit up here and say this and say that. As it says in Isaiah 59:15, it says, yea, true faith, he that departed away from evil make his soul a prey. I got motherfuckers hunting me down. Motherfuckers trying to get me to give up. Matter of fact, when you see shit like that and stuff, hey, it should bring more faith in your heart. It should make you more faithful. When you read the story of Yahushua and the 12 apostles and whatnot and stuff, the shit that they went through and stuff, and you see yourself going through the same thing, hey, that should build your faith. Verse 7, it says, by faith Noah, being warned of the Most High of these things, of things not seen. It says, as yet, it said, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, meaning his family, right? He prophesied for 100 plus years. Guess what? He ain't see rain either. All they knew was the dew of the earth. You come outside and stuff, nobody got no sprinklers. It ain't rain and whatnot, but yet the grass is wet when you walk through it. All they knew was the dew of the earth. So when it come down to the rain and whatnot and stuff, it's like rain. The fuck is that? Rain, what the fuck is that? And then he prophesied for 120 years, 100 plus years, saying that guess what? It's gonna rain, it's gonna rain, it's gonna rain. All the people that didn't have faith and stuff, it's like, oh, there ain't no rain. Nigga, you been saying this for a hell of a bunch of years. You been saying this for years and whatnot and stuff. I still ain't see no rain. I still don't see no rain, but when it came and whatnot and stuff, hey, most niggas don't even know how to swim. But guess what? You had geysers coming up. And usually when geysers come up and whatnot, them bitches are hot. And when you got hot water and stuff, that's boiling and stuff, guess what it does? You got a certain degree of burning and stuff done to your skin. Motherfuckers getting shot out into the sky and whatnot, landing back into water and whatnot, rushing water and stuff, and they crashing into everything. You see? Right? And it says Hebrews 11:7. It says, by faith Noah, being warned of the Most High, it's of things not seen as yet. It said, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house. It says, by the which he condemned the world. It says, and became heir of the righteousness, which is by faith. You see? So at the same time, it's like, oh shit, I never seen rain before, but the Lord's saying it's gonna rain. He's saying it's gonna be dangerous. Noah's a part of the first death, the great flood. Hey, the Grand Canyons, they prove that the great flood actually happened, right? You got these tall ass canyons, and yet you got fossils at the top. Fishes, fishes swim in water. They don't fly in the air. They don't get wings to fly, but yet they at the top of these whatever the fuck they call it and stuff, height, height, thousands in the thousands and whatnot, and they all the way at the top. As a matter of fact and stuff, in order for a rock and stuff to have ridges like that, something got to smack against it. You see? And it's usually done by water. And that's why you have those different things and stuff, and different lines and whatnot and stuff when it come down to canyons. Because water had to crash against it. You see? Noah believed. He like, you know what? Hey, I hear this voice. It's telling you, here, get yourself together. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself together and stuff, because guess what and stuff? Hey, most niggas can't swim. But guess what? This water and stuff, guess what? They ain't gonna be able to swim in it. They ain't gonna be able to backpedal and whatnot and stuff. And guess what happened and stuff? When that flood came, how many people that you know and stuff over there running, hog telling ass and stuff, going to know and stuff, beating on the ark and whatnot. Let us in. Let us in. Let us in. Man, it was motherfuckers and stuff that know and stuff fucking knew. You heard them by their voice. It's like, let us in, man, let us in. Let us in with the woo. Right? Let us in and whatnot and stuff. Hey, the Lord said he closed that door. And our stature and stuff was stronger back then. So therefore, just think about it and stuff. No over there trying to push the door, pull the lever down, open the door and whatnot and stuff, and the water ain't coming in. And the door won't budge. Hey, him having faith in something that people couldn't see. Him having faith in whatnot and stuff, guess what got him and his family saved? But when it came down to everybody else got destroyed. They drowned. And matter of fact, when it comes down to drowning and whatnot and stuff, it feels like your lungs on fire. And Lord coming with a second flood and stuff, and that flood is going to be fire. Lake of fire. It says in Revelations 9:16 that 2 million missiles are going to hit America. And guess what, Joe Biden? Whatever, shit, motherfucker want Trump back, right? Whatever president and stuff that you agree to, guess what? That nigga gonna be in a bunker while your ass still on the surface, burning. And you know that the Lord mean business. You know the Lord mean business and stuff because as it says in Zechariah 14:2, that they tongue gonna melt in their mouth. They eyes gonna melt in their holes. Nigga, you gotta be alive for that shit to happen. And that's gonna happen to motherfuckers who don't have no faith. Weak ass niggas. Weak ass bitches. You claiming you love the Lord? Well, actions speak louder than words. I wanna see it. I'm gonna put you through this shit, and I wanna see it. This Hebrews 11:6, verse 8. It said, by faith Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for an inheritance, obeyed, and he went out not knowing whither he went. Matter of fact, and stuff later down, further down and stuff on the street. Well, not in this area, but further down and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got this. I think it's a daycare. Got this daycare, right? And the thing is that it says out on faith. That's what Abraham was on. Lord was telling him to go this way, go that way. He just heard a voice. Go this way, go that way. Hey, guess what? In Jacob's trouble and stuff, guess what? You're going to hear a verse. You're going to hear a voice. Like it says in Isaiah. It's Isaiah chapter 30, verse 21. And it says, and thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, this is the way, walk ye in it. When you turn to the right hand, and when you turn to the left. That's two different ways, twofold, right? Meaning there's two understandings. Lame. Two understandings. One understanding is something that you're going to have men who are going to sit up here that everybody look down upon, and they're going to be telling you stuff, what's right and what's wrong. And you're going to see it for yourself with the Lord dealing with you, right? The other part, what if you by yourself? You got motherfuckers and stuff, it's rape. You got motherfuckers eating other people. What do you think that movie Snowpiercer is? When they show the movies, they showing the movies stuff about how hectic it's going to be, how crazy it's going to be and whatnot. It's called predictive programming. They letting you know exactly how shit going to be out here. Shit, they make video games of. Days Gone, The Last of Us, right? Hey, motherfuckers finna go back into the primitive time, right? Cause you're not finna be able to utilize technology, and you're gonna have to lean upon the Lord, right? So guess what? What if you by yourself, right? What if you can't come to the man of the Lord, but yeah, you've been learning and whatnot? Guess what? You're gonna have to utilize this wisdom, and you're gonna have faith, because it's not gonna be instant gratification. All the trees dead. All the trees dead and whatnot and stuff. You looking for something to eat. Grass dead. Ain't no fucking leaves. Your stomach growling and hurting and whatnot. And you walking about and whatnot and stuff. Right? Because look, when it comes down to America, and matter of fact, anywhere on earth, you got individuals going through Jacob's trouble already. But it's soon for to come to America. When it comes down to it and stuff, right? Lord had Israel, after he brought them out of Egypt, out there for 40 fucking years. When it was a 7-day trip, but he had them out there for 40 years trying their faith. That's what's finna happen. even in adversity and whatnot and stuff, a lot of people's strength is failing. They giving up already. They all calling it quits. They waving the white flag and stuff for Esau. Right? But you're going to have to be an individual and stuff and stay strong no matter what. Motherfuckers saying you ain't going to make it and stuff. Hey, fuck you. I'm finna keep going here. Matter of fact, you finna motivate me and stuff to keep fucking going. Hey, the scripture said that you will do that. Hey, the scripture says that you will say that. So evidently I'm doing something right. So when it comes down to this negative energy, keep fucking going. So they just want somebody and stuff to be right along with them. You know what I'm saying? Because they gave up. They gave up. They quit. They want you to be a loser just like them. That's why they want you to give up so bad. And matter of fact, look at it this way. If they sit up here and be like, you know what? We gonna kill you. How you gonna be in the kingdom just that fast, nigga? Let them be the shit that they are. Shit. Waste. Let them be that. They want to be the shit. Let them be the shit. And Lord gonna show how shitty they are. Hey man, a lot of people finna be shitty than a motherfucker that they ain't sit up here and keep going. It's Isaiah 30 and 21. It says, and thy ears shall hear a word behind thee. Right? Wisdom, meaning, every thought and stuff. Hey, stand right here and stuff for a couple of minutes. Matter of fact, I say it like this. Before, I was somewhere else. And I was preaching the word. Right? I'm walking through here and whatnot and stuff, right? I got this feeling. The spirit's like, no, stand right here. Be right here. I want you to be right here. You know what I'm saying? This is where you're going to preach. It's like, don't go no further. Stay right here and preach, nigga. Right? You ain't call me a nigga, but I'm just saying. Right? And the thing is that when it comes down to it and stuff, hey, you're going to need that and stuff in these times to come. Because when people get desperate, that's when betrayal's going to come. That's when betrayal's going to come. Everybody going to be for themselves. You got that old saying and stuff that says blood is thicker than water. But you're going to see in these days to come, right? When people are being tested and tried, you're going to see that water has more density than the blood in your families. Motherfuckers going to turn on your ass. They going to sit up here, they going to know it's like, oh, such and such got food and whatnot and stuff. And you over here looking at the end of a barrel of a gun from your brother, your sister, your mama, your father, your cousin, your daughter, your son. Hey man, the faithless gonna come against us. Matter of fact, let me grab that. Bear with me. Damn. Bear with me. Uh, Damn, bro. Gotta be. Bear with me. Uh, Damn. Damn, I can't find it. This bogus ass app. Alright, so look. It says wisdom shall meet thee in every thought and whatnot and stuff, right? But you also gonna want the spirit and stuff to be with you, where it's like, hey, you see danger down there? Oh no, make a left, make a right. I'll tell you like this. I'll tell you like this. In the past, no. This is what most people sit up here and say, right? Now you outside, you walking, you outside, you outside and you walking, right? And the thing is that you try to sit up here and make this turn, or you finna walk down this way and stuff, but then out of nowhere, something tell you it's like, nah, don't go that way. Ain't nobody around. You know what I'm saying? You doing circles and shit, trying to find out. It's like how Xavier and stuff was speaking to Wolverine and whatnot and stuff. How Xavier was speaking to Wolverine and stuff to guide him towards him, and Wolverine and stuff was over there looking left and right, wondering what the fuck, who's speaking to me, right? Spirit sit up here and say, it's like, man, don't walk that way. So you take an alternative route, right? You take an alternative route, and then next thing you know and stuff, you get back to the crib, and you find out that the very block that you was finna turn on, that the spirit or this voice out of nowhere told you, it's like, nah, don't go that way and whatnot. You found out and stuff that, guess what, if you would have went down that way and stuff, you would have found yourself in some trouble. And you over there like, man, something told me. Man, something told me. Hey, that's the spirit, man. You see? So the spirit is we gonna need the spirit and stuff to be with us. But guess what? You're gonna have faith. You see? Damn. When it comes down to it and stuff, man, hey, hey, when it comes down to the Lord, no, Salaki. When it comes down to it and stuff, it's like I heard this word and stuff, and it's saying go over here, go that way, make these couple of steps, do woo to woo, stay right here. The motherfuckers ain't gonna see you, dogs ain't gonna smell you, right? I say it like this. Back in when I was working for, I think it was probably Grubhub or something like that. When I was working for Grubhub and stuff in the past, you know what I'm saying, right? I was actually coming back to the crib, one of my old spots, right? I'll come back to the crib. Spirit set up here and says, like, go down this alley. You know what I'm saying? You're going to run into some food, right? So I just go down the alley and whatnot and stuff. Now I'm used to the spirit. I go down to the alley and whatnot and stuff. And next, I see a big thing of fucking onions. You know what I'm saying, right? Hidden away, stashed away and whatnot and stuff. And I brought them onions back to the crib. They didn't necessarily get utilized. They were small, right? Some of them got utilized. They was good. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't had no room. But when it come down to it and stuff, the Lord set up here was like, go down this alley. You gonna run into some food. He ain't tell me what food it was. But he said you was gonna run into some food. And I run into like damn near 50 pound bag of fucking onions. You see? And the spirit told me, I was on the bike. I was riding the bike. And the thing is that a voice came out of nowhere and was like, go down this alley, you're going to run into some food, and some food was there. Hey, guess what? That's what you're going to need. You're going to need faith. It's going to seem impossible. It's going to seem, nah, that ain't going to happen. Oh, I'm going crazy and whatnot and stuff, man. Hey, the Lord with the crazy motherfuckers. I'll tell you that. Matter of fact, the Lord making the crazy motherfuckers more wise than people that's claiming they normal. Right? So I'm going to go back to this Hebrews 11. Hebrews 11 and 8. It says, by faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for inheritance, obeyed, and and he went out, not knowing whither he went. Right? So he was just sitting up as a voice, sitting up in like, nah, I want you to go this way. Go that way. Nah, no, don't go that way. No, don't go that way. Don't go that. No, go this way. I want you to go this way. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Abraham and stuff is known as a friend of the Most High. A friend. And he was leaning upon faith. He ain't know where the fuck he was going. He wasn't reading maps. You see? The Lord was guiding this man. And that's what we want. Especially in these times that's finna come. You see? Right? Matter of fact, let me see if I can find it. Just an example. Shit. Right here. This is Genesis chapter 22, verse 1. It says, and it came to pass after these things that Yahweh Bashem Yashai did tempt Abraham. It says, and said unto him, Abraham. It says, and he said, behold, here am I. Right? So it's a voice that just came out of nowhere. Abraham, motherfucker calling you. Nobody else. You know, you over here looking down the street. You know what I'm saying? You know, you looking up, you looking down, looking behind the bushes. Who the fuck called my name? Right? Verse 2, it says, and he said, take now thy son and thy only son, Isaac, whom thou lovest, and get thee into the land of Moriah. It says, and offer him there for a burnt offering upon one of the mountains. It says, which I will tell thee of. And it says, and Abraham rose up early in the morning and saddled his ass, meaning a donkey, and took two of his young men with him. So it's four of their ass, right? It says in Isaac Salakia, it's four of them. It says in Isaac, his son, it says in Isaac, his son, it says clave, which was also Yahushua. It says the wood for the burnt offering, and rose up and went onto the place of which the Most High had told them. It says, then on the third day, Abraham lifted up his eyes and saw the place afar off. It says, and Abraham said unto his young men, because remember it's for them, right? Abide ye here with the ass, the donkeys, like it works. It says, and I and the lad will go yonder and worship and come again to you. It says, and Abraham took the wood of the burnt offering and laid it upon Isaac his son. It says, and he took the fire in his hand and a knife. It says, and they went both of them together. It says, and Isaac spake unto Abraham his father and said, my father. He said, here am I, my son. And he said, behold, the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for a burnt offering? Verse 8, it says, in Abraham, there's two things that I'm bringing out for this. It says in Abraham, that's his name, or Abraham, right? It says, Abraham said, my son, the Most High will provide himself a lamb for a burnt offering. So they went both of them together. It says, and they came to the place which the Most High had told him of, and Abraham built an altar there and laid the wood in order. It says, and bound Isaac his son and laid him on the altar upon the wood. And Abraham stretched forth his hand and took the knife to slay his son. And the angel of the Lord called unto him out of heaven and said, Abraham, Abraham. It said, and he said, here am I. And he said, lay not thy hand upon the lad, meaning his son or boy. It says, neither do thou anything unto him, for now I know that thou fearest Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, seeing thou hast not withheld thy son, thy only son from me. You see, right? So he was put through a test, just like Job. Job had everything taken away from him. He was a rich man, right? And the thing is, he said, Job was like, even though the Lord slayed me, I will keep my trust in him. I'll keep my innocence in him. Even if he killed me, guess what? I'm still finna be for him, right? So that's exactly what Job was about. You know what I'm saying? Guess what the Lord did? Blessed him double than what he had in the first place. And if you understand reincarnation, he got his kids back. You see? Got his children back. You see? Right? So the thing is that here it is, you got an angel. You got the Lord and stuff testing Abraham to see if he for him. Right? Now for individuals and stuff who think that it's like, oh, somebody's testing me and stuff, they over there talking about, oh, go kill this person. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? That's Satan. That's Satan. But when it comes down to it and stuff, right? When it comes down to it and stuff, the Lord's gonna put us through a test. Everybody gonna be tested. Everybody gonna be tested individually. This ain't gonna be no group effort. This ain't gonna be a group pertaining to the group. No, it's gonna be by yourself. And you're gonna get tested to see if you really have faith in the Lord or not. And we're getting tested right now. So you individuals and stuff who ain't going through the, or you going through the test, but you failing. The thing is that when it actually comes, you know what I'm saying, how you gonna hold up? You really think you're gonna hold up that much? You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to say it. Like we sit up here and say, it's like, man, even if the Lord killed me and whatnot and stuff, it's one thing to say it, but to actually go through it, it's a different story. To get hunted by thousands of motherfuckers who don't like you, want to kill you, want to shoot your ass, want to see you suffer, want to see you miserable, want to see a tear come down from your eyes. Want you to see, I got motherfuckers and stuff who want to see my faith dissipate from me, man. So they finna come with some hard ass shit. They finna come with some hard ass shit and whatnot to try you. Who you really gonna bow the knee to? You gonna bow the knee to the Lord? Or you gonna kiss the ring to the Lord? Or you gonna sit up here and kiss the ring of Esau? And it says, right? So in these times to come, guess what? We're gonna have to sit up here and have faith in the Lord. When it's not physically in front of us, we gotta hope that it's gonna actually come. You see? Man, I ain't eaten 3 days, man. I've been walking. Like that movie Book of Eli, right? When it came out to Denzel Washington and stuff, he kept looking into the sky and stuff. Pretty much what that means or represents and stuff is the spirit giving him understanding every time he looked into the sky and whatnot and stuff. And he said I heard a voice and it told me to go west. Just go west. He made his destination and whatnot and stuff, cleaned himself up, got shot. Got shot and all and whatnot and stuff, and he cleaned him. And at the same time, he made it to where his destination was, and everything was all good. You see, now they was going off and stuff when it came down to the food that he was eating, on certain food that he was eating, right? But the thing, because he saw a vulture. A vulture is unclean animal and stuff. We ain't supposed to eat that, right? Even though it's a bird, it's a fowl, FOWL, that we ain't supposed to eat. It's a bird that we can't eat, right? And so they're scavengers, right? Same way with sparrows and shit. You can't eat them either, right? But here, the thing is that in the movie Book of Eli and whatnot and stuff, even when it came down to the trouble he was coming through and whatnot and stuff, the Lord delivered him. But did he know that he was going to go into that trouble or come across that trouble? No, he did not. But yet when he was in it, he still got delivered. Even when it seems like it's like, you know what? Oh, man, I'm done for. The Lord ain't coming through and whatnot. So just because the Lord put you in a situation and stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's a trying. It's a testing. Are you still gonna be for me? Hey, the scriptures talk about prove a friend, right? When it come down to proving a friend and whatnot and stuff, don't you gotta test them? Hey, this motherfucker saying he got me, saying I'm cool and whatnot, woo to woo and whatnot and stuff, right? Let me test it out and stuff. Guess what? My personal things, right? My personal things and whatnot and stuff. Let me see if I can trust this individual and stuff. I'm gonna leave my personal things and stuff and test them to see if they're gonna take something. So when I come back and whatnot, hey, shit shouldn't be missing, right? Stuff shouldn't be missing, right? Stuff, right? And then over time and whatnot and stuff, and guess what? Hey, you're gonna enjoy that wine, man. You're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna enjoy that friend and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That you can let your guard down too. But hey, the times that we coming in and whatnot, hey, you're gonna have to build your fucking guard up. Because guess what? The ones and stuff that you'll let your guard down, guess what? They be the same motherfuckers that come against your ass. And the scripture says, be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. And then also, when it comes down to it, Salaki, I know I'm quoting a lot, Salaki. You know what I'm saying? But even though, when it comes down to it and stuff, right? Uh, 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 Scriptures talk about how it's going to be sheep. No, it's going to be wolves hidden, disguised in sheep's clothing. And the spirit's going to recognize stuff. That's why that's why Scripture says, walk in the spirit so you won't fulfill the lust of the flesh. The times that we're coming in, or the time, no, matter of fact, the times that we're in already. You know what I'm saying? As it comes to that time, the thing is that you want to be in the spirit and stuff where you're going to peep this out. You know what I'm saying? Like when it come down to Lion King and whatnot and stuff, right? You had Zazu and stuff, what is it? Not the pelican. The bird stuff starts with a T. You know what I'm saying? You know? The same bird and stuff that's on the Fruit Loops and stuff, right? Toucan, whatever and stuff, right? So the thing is that he was like, "Oh, look, sire, the herd is on the move," and Lion was like, Mufasa was like, odd, odd, odd. Hey, you wanna be able to peep that out, or when a spirit show you something and stuff, you know what I'm saying? You want to be able to peep that out. You know what I'm saying? You know, because guess what? It could be a life or death situation. You see, right? So I'm gonna go back to Hebrews 11. Hebrews 11:8. It said, by faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for inheritance, obeyed. It says, and he went out not knowing whither he went, right? You want the spirit to be with you like that. You want the spirit to be with you. That's why we tell you and stuff. That's why the brothers been sitting up here saying, it's like, hey, get it while you can. Get it while you can. By December 1st and whatnot and stuff, they supposed to be closing down a lot of accounts, right? They supposed to be closing down a lot of accounts. Claim they supposed to come down with a lot of close down a lot of accounts. And I'll tell you right now and stuff, when I'm trying to make an account and whatnot, what if I get a brand new phone or whatever, right? For some reason and stuff, I just get a brand new phone working, can get calls and whatnot. The company and stuff calls me and whatnot to see that if it's working, so it's to be an active number. But then at the same time, if I put my number in and stuff just so I can make me an account on YouTube or wherever else and whatnot, when it comes down to the number, it says that the number is invalid. You see, right? Plain. So what does that mean? What does that mean? It means it's famine of word coming, right? Motherfucker ain't gonna be out here. Oh, he be over there and whatnot and stuff. When you finally need understanding and stuff, where you want to actually be like, you know what? Okay, shit, my way ain't working and stuff. So I need to sit up there and find and follow his way and whatnot and stuff. But guess what? What if I ain't here? My scoffers be sitting up there saying it's like everybody know where you live and whatnot and stuff. What if I ain't there? What about the individuals and stuff, other brothers and stuff, you know what I'm saying, that speak the like doctrine and stuff? What if you can't find them? You'll be screwed. You're going to try to have faith in the stuff, and the Lord going to test you with some heavy-ass testing and stuff, and you ain't built nothing up. He's going to test you and stuff with some heavy-ass testing and stuff, and guess what? It's going to be scary out here and stuff, and guess what? You might just lose your faith. You might bow the knee and stuff to Esau and get the RFID chip, the radio frequency identification, NFC, near field communications.